Welcome to your deep dive. Today we're going to be looking at Amit Chokladar's recent trends in OB,
Okay.
and it's really fascinating stuff. It's got insights on work stress, company culture,
Mm-hmm.
and how we can make knowledge work for us.
Yeah, knowledge management, big topic these days.
It is a big topic,
It is.
and I think a lot of our listeners will find this particularly relevant. So
Absolutely.
I think a great place to start is with stress,
Okay.
because this is something we can all relate to. And
Yeah.
what I found really interesting about the source
Mm-hmm.
is that it emphasizes that stress is subjective.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not just about the demands,
Right.
it's about your perception
It's how you view it.
of those demands.
Exactly. Like you could have two people with the exact same workload,
Right.
but one person's like thriving
Yeah.
and the other's totally like burnt out.
Totally.
And it all comes down to how they're interpreting that pressure, what coping mechanisms they've developed.
So it's not just about changing the situation, but it's about changing how we view it.
100%. It's a mindset shift.
That's really interesting. Now, this source breaks down stress into three types:
Okay.
acute, episodic, and chronic.
Yeah, those are the classic three.
So acute stress, think of it like
Like you're about to give a presentation.
oh, yeah.
And you realize you left it at home.
Oh, yeah.
Or you left your laptop at home or something like that.
Or you spilled coffee all over yourself right before.
Exactly. That sudden panic.
Yeah.
That's acute stress.
Like in the moment.
Short-lived, but intense.
Yes, exactly. What about episodic stress?
Like episodic stress. Picture that person who's always juggling deadlines.
Oh, yeah.
Always putting out fires, always feeling behind.
Mm.
They're in a constant state of go, go, go.
So for our listener, if they feel like they're constantly in that go, go, go mode,
Yeah.
that could be a sign
That could be episodic stress right there.
of episodic stress.
Yeah.
And then chronic stress.
That's the one we really want to watch out for. That's the danger zone. Think about someone who's stuck in a job they hate.
Right.
They feel powerless to change their situation.
Mm-hmm.
It's that long-term grind that
Right.
can really take a toll.
And lead to some serious health problems.
Oh, absolutely. Mental and physical health.
Okay, so we know there are these different, flavors of stress.
Right.
But what does it actually do to us?
Well, the source points out that it can manifest in different ways. Physically,
Okay.
mentally, and even behaviorally.
Okay.
Physically, we're talking headaches, muscle tension, sleep problems.
I think a lot of our listeners can relate to the mental impacts of stress.
Oh, for sure.
That difficulty concentrating, feeling irritable.
Anxiety, brain fog,
Yeah.
burnout, all of that.
Yeah. And then how about the behavioral impacts of stress?
So this is where you might see yourself, snapping at colleagues,
Yeah.
making careless mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
or just really struggling to get things done.
Yeah. Procrastinating more.
Procrastinating, yes, absolutely.
Okay, so stress isn't just a feeling. It affects our whole way of being.
Our thoughts, our behaviors, our physical well-being.
Yeah, and this source actually goes even deeper and looks at the specific types of stress
Okay.
that we face at work.
So work-specific stressors, let's unpack those.
Yeah. So first up, we've got interpersonal stress.
Ah, yes, the people
The
factor.
people factor.
This is the stress that comes from our interactions with others at work.
So that could be like a difficult boss.
Difficult bosses,
Oh, yeah.
office politics,
The dreaded office politics.
or even more serious issues like harassment,
bullying.
bullying.
Those can make going to work feel pretty dreadful.
Yeah, and this source also talks about role-related stress.
Right, and this can really mess with your mind.
Yeah, because you've got role conflict.
Role conflict. So this is when you're getting pulled in a bunch of different directions.
Mhm.
Like your boss wants you to hit this crazy deadline,
Right.
but your team needs more support, and you're just caught in the middle.
Or what if your values clash with what you're asked to do?
That's a tough one. Yeah. That's a recipe for stress.
Big time. And then there's role ambiguity,
Role ambiguity.
which is like not knowing what's expected of you.
Okay.
You're not sure what your priorities are,
Yeah.
how your performance is being measured.
It's that lack of clarity.
Exactly.
That can be really stressful.
You're constantly second-guessing yourself, walking on eggshells.
Another one the source highlights is task control stress.
Ah, yes. The micromanager's best friend.
So if you've got a micromanager, you're probably experiencing
Task control stress, for sure.
a lot of task control stress.
Because it boils down to feeling like you have no control over your own work.
Yeah, like how you do it.
Exactly.
It's-
Someone's constantly breathing down your neck.
Yeah, and then finally, this source talks about organizational or physical
Yeah.
environment stress.
This is all the stuff outside of your direct work.
Okay.
It's still within the workplace
Okay.
that can create stress. So think about job insecurity,
Mm-hmm.
a noisy office,
Mm-hmm.
safety hazards,
So it's like the overall vibe of the place
the vibe, the culture, the environment, it all plays a role,
can really contribute
better or worse.
to your stress level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Stress doesn't just stay at the office, does it?
It doesn't, sadly.
It comes home with us.
It does. It spills over.
Spills over into our personal lives big time.
I think a lot of our listeners can relate to that.
Yeah.
You leave work stressed and you snap at your partner.
Right. Or your kids.
Or you just can't unwind.
Can't relax.
You can't enjoy your evening.
It's like you're still carrying that weight.
Mm-hmm. And the source actually breaks down non-work stress
Okay.
into 3 types,
Interesting.
starting with time-based stress.
The classic work-life balance struggle.
That's it.
Juggling all the demands.
Especially these days when the lines are so blurred.
Oh, tell me about it. Work emails at 10 p.m.
Exactly.
It never ends.
And then we've got strain-based conflict.
Strain-based conflict. This is when stress from one area of your life spills into another.
Got it.
So say you're having relationship problems,
Mm-hmm.
or you're worried about finances. That stress can easily seep into your work life.
It's like you can't really compartmentalize.
Right, it's all connected.
It all comes together.
And then there's role behavior conflict.
Well, behavior conflict.
This is an interesting one. It's the challenge of switching gears between how you behave at work
Okay.
and how you behave in your personal life.
So, like, if you're in a high-pressure job
Mm-hmm.
where you have to be assertive all the time,
Right, always on, always decisive.
it can be hard to turn that off.
To switch it off when you walk through the door at home.
Yeah, like to be softer.
Exactly. The source actually gives the example of police officers
Okay.
who have to be authoritative, in their job,
Right, and detached.
detached.
Yeah.
And that doesn't always translate well to family life.
Right. It can create some tension.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've talked about all these different types of stress.
We've done a deep dive into stress.
We have. But now I think our listener wants to know,
The million-dollar question.
what can we actually do about it?
Right. How do we manage this beast?
How do we tame the stress monster?
Well, the good news is this source gives us some solutions.
Okay, great.
It doesn't just leave us hanging.
Let's hear.
So flexible work arrangements are a big one.
Oh, yeah. Those are becoming more and more popular.
They are. Things like flex time, job sharing, telecommuting,
Especially for people who are trying to, manage kids and work.
the work-life balance crew.
Yeah.
Having control over your schedule, where you work.
Can really ease that time-based stress.
Huge stress reliever. And the source also talks about the importance of generous leave policies
Yeah. So being able to take time for family, for illness,
for your mental health, just to recharge.
to recharge, that can really reduce the chance of burnout.
And it shows that the company actually cares,
Yeah. That they value.
which can make a huge difference in how you feel about your job.
It can. And this source also mentions something called EAPs.
EAPs, yeah.
Employee Assistance Programs.
These are programs that offer confidential counseling
Okay.
and support to employees.
So if you're struggling with stress or burnout,
Or any personal issue, really.
it's like having a built-in safety net.
Exactly.
Okay, good to know. And finally, the source talks about something we all need, social support.
The power of connection.
Yes.
Whether it's your colleagues, your supervisor, your friends, your family,
Mm-hmm.
having strong social connections can be a huge buffer against stress.
It's knowing you're not alone.
That you have people you can rely on,
Yeah.
a shoulder to cry on when you need it.
So I love that,
Mhm.
while we're learning about all these different types of stress,
Right.
it's not all doom and gloom.
No, not at all.
There are things we can do.
We have options.
And it's about being proactive and finding what works for you.
It's about taking control.
Okay, so we've unpacked stress. But this source also digs into something else
Okay.
that can really make or break your work experience.
Let's hear it.
Organizational culture.
Yes, the personality of a company.
Yes.
It's those unwritten rules, the values, the overall vibe.
It can be the difference between dreading going to work
Totally.
and actually looking forward to it.
It's huge.
So how do we decipher this, mysterious culture?
Well, the source breaks it down into these different dimensions.
Okay.
First up, we've got dominant culture versus subculture.
Okay.
Think of it like a music festival.
Okay. I like
The
that.
dominant culture is the headliner, the main act that everyone's there to see.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got all these smaller stages and genres
Right.
representing the subcultures.
So even within a company, you might have different teams
A different department.
that have their own vibe.
Exactly. And then we've got Strong versus weak cultures.
Okay, this is interesting.
A strong culture, it's like a magnet.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's aligned, working towards the same goals, shared values.
So it's cohesive.
Very cohesive. You feel it as soon as you walk in the door.
Yeah.
A weak culture is more diffuse. People might be doing their own thing.
Right.
Less unity.
Less of a shared purpose.
Exactly.
The source also mentions mechanistic versus organic cultures.
This is all about structure and decision-making.
Okay.
Mechanistic, think of it like a well-oiled machine.
Okay, so lots of rules and procedures.
Hierarchy, clear roles, very efficient.
Not a lot of room for creativity.
Not so much.
And then organic cultures.
This is more like a living organism.
Okay.
More adaptable, collaborative.
So like a startup
Yeah, a startup that's constantly pivoting and iterating.
would have a more organic culture.
Most likely, yeah.
We've also got authoritarian.
Versus
That's
participative,
participative.
all about leadership styles.
So in an authoritarian culture, all the power's at the top.
Very top-down, not a lot of room for input from employees.
Okay, so not a lot of collaboration.
Not so much.
And then in a participative culture.
Open communication.
Okay.
Collaboration is key.
Yeah, everybody has a voice.
Exactly.
And this source also talks about national.
Versus organizational culture.
Yeah. This is particularly relevant today
Huge in our globalized world.
because a company might have its own internal culture,
Right, their own set of values
but it also has to operate within the cultural norms
of the countries where they do business.
of the countries where they do business.
Exactly. So you might have to navigate different expectations depending on where your colleagues are based.
Yeah, that can be a challenge.
It can, but it's also a great opportunity to develop your cultural intelligence.
That's a good point.
Learn how to work effectively with people from different backgrounds.
Okay, so we've got all these different dimensions of culture.
We do. It's a complex landscape.
But for our listener, why does any of this even matter?
That's the key question, isn't it?
It is.
Why should we care about organizational culture?
Well, imagine you're looking for a new job.
Oh.
Wouldn't you want to know
If the culture's a good fit?
if it's a good fit?
Absolutely.
If you value work-life balance and you end up in a company that's all about,
Yeah, long hours, constant pressure,
it's going to be a problem.
and not a good match.
It's not going to work out.
So understanding the culture can help you avoid those situations
Right. And find a place where you can thrive.
where your values align with the company's values.
It's not just about finding a job with the right title or salary.
It's about finding the right cultural fit.
It is. And this actually leads us into another important concept that the source talks about.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Cross-cultural awareness.
Essential in today's world.
It is,
We're working with people from all over the globe.
Mhm.
Being sensitive to those cultural differences is key,
For sure. It can help you avoid a lot of misunderstandings.
and build strong relationships.
Exactly. The source actually defines two terms
Okay,
that I think are helpful.
lay it on me.
Expatriates and repatriates.
Yes, the global nomads
So expatriates are those brave souls who are sent to work
in a foreign country
in a foreign country,
for a period of time.
whether temporarily or permanently.
Right. Sometimes it's a short-term assignment. Sometimes it's a whole new life
And repatriates are those folks who return to their home country
after working abroad.
after working abroad.
They've got a whole set of experiences to bring back,
They do, both good and bad, I'm sure.
for sure. It's a unique experience.
It is. And the source also mentions Indian ethos
Okay.
as an example of how cultural values can shape the workplace.
Interesting.
So for our listener, this might be a reminder that everyone brings their own
Cultural background.
cultural background and values to the table.
It's about recognizing those differences
Mm-hmm.
and creating a more inclusive environment.
Yeah, so we've covered stress, organizational culture,
We've been busy.
cross-cultural awareness,
Mm-hmm.
but there's one more piece of the puzzle
Okay, let's hear it.
that this source explores: innovation and knowledge management.
Yes. The power of knowledge,
It is.
especially in today's fast-paced work environment.
For sure. So let's break it down. What is knowledge management?
Knowledge management is all about creating, sharing, using, and managing
Okay.
knowledge and information within an organization.
So it's not just about having the information. It's about making sure it gets to the right people
Up to right people at the right time.
so that they can do their jobs well.
Exactly. And the source actually highlights 5 key benefits
Okay.
of effective knowledge management. So first up, we have employee awareness.
Employee awareness. Okay,
Yeah.
so if employees have the right knowledge,
They can understand their roles better,
they can make better decisions.
be more proactive,
And then there's adapting to change.
which is critical in today's world.
It is, yeah. Everything is moving so quickly.
Everything's changing so fast.
Yeah.
Got to be able to pivot,
You do?
adapt, be agile
Knowledge management helps you do that.
by making sure you have the latest information and insights
Mm-hmm.
to make informed decisions.
So it's like having a constantly evolving playbook.
I like that analogy,
Mm-hmm.
a constantly evolving playbook. And that leads into the third benefit, which is improved decision-making.
Improved decision making.
You're not just relying on guesswork anymore.
You've got the data.
You get the data, the evidence, the insights,
And the source also talks about the importance of information availability.
making sure that everyone who needs that critical information
Hmm.
can actually access it.
Regardless of where they are.
Exactly.
Mhm.
No more silos, no more gatekeepers.
And finally, the fifth benefit is goal achievement.
When knowledge flows freely, it's easier to work towards those shared goals.
Yeah, it's leveraging everyone's expertise.
Collective intelligence.
Collective intelligence. I like that.
So as you can see, knowledge management is about empowering individuals and organizations.
Yeah, to really perform at their best.
Exactly.
So we've covered a lot of ground already.
We have. It's been a whirlwind tour.
From the different types of stress,
Mm.
how to manage them, the complexities of organizational culture,
Cross-cultural awareness.
and now we've even touched on knowledge management.
It's amazing how it's all connected.
It really is.
They all influence each other.
They do, and they all affect our experiences at work.
And understanding how they all work together can help us navigate those experiences more effectively.
But we're not done yet. In the next part of our deep dive, we're going to explore these ideas even further
We're just getting started.
and look at some practical ways to apply them. Stay tuned.
I'm ready.
Welcome back. You know, as we were exploring this idea of organizational culture, I was thinking about something the source mentions, Indian ethos.
Oh, yeah.
How do these ancient principles fit into the modern workplace?
It's a good question, and it might be more relevant than you think,
Okay.
because Indian ethos really offers a unique perspective on things like self-management and leadership,
Mm-hmm.
and it aligns really well with a lot of what we're seeing in today's work culture.
So what are some of the key takeaways from Indian ethos that our listener can, apply to their own work life?
Well, one of the core principles is this belief in the inherent potential of every individual.
Mhm.
So it's this idea that we all have this capacity for growth and excellence,
Mm-hmm.
driven by this inner spirit or inner drive.
So it's not just about, clocking in and clocking out.
Right. It's about tapping into that potential.
And striving to be your best.
Exactly. And Indian ethos also emphasizes a holistic approach,
Okay.
recognizing that everything's interconnected.
Mm-hmm.
So like your well-being is connected to your work, which is connected to your community and so on.
Right. It's like that idea that stress in one area of your life can spill over into others.
Exactly. It's all connected.
Another key principle is karma yoga.
Karma yoga. Yeah. This is the idea of selfless work
Okay, so doing your best without being attached to the outcome.
or to personal gain.
It's about the intention.
It's about the journey, not just the destination.
Yeah.
And that actually leads to the next principle, which is this striving for excellence,
Okay.
but through self-motivation, self-development, and even a sense of devotion to your work.
So it's finding that sweet spot where your skills and passions align with the needs of the organization.
You got it.
And finally, Indian ethos emphasizes the importance of cooperation.
Recognizing that we can achieve more when we work together towards a common goal.
So the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Exactly. A powerful concept for any team or organization.
It is.
And what's really interesting is that these principles, while rooted in ancient wisdom, they really resonate with a lot of modern ideas about purpose-driven work.
Yeah, personal growth, mindful leadership.
It's like this timeless framework
It is.
for navigating the workplace no matter what your industry or role is.
Okay, so now let's maybe shift gears a bit and loop back to something we touched on earlier.
Oh.
Innovation and knowledge management.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets really practical for a lot of listeners.
It does. I mean, we live in a knowledge economy.
We do.
So knowing how to manage and leverage information is crucial.
It is. It's not just about having the information. It's about using it strategically.
Right.
To create value, to drive innovation.
So how can our listener make knowledge management work for them?
Well, first off, remember that knowledge management is an ongoing process.
Okay.
It's not a one-and-done thing. You're constantly seeking out new information, evaluating its relevance, and finding ways to share it with others.
So it's about creating that culture of continuous learning.
Exactly. And think about how you can leverage technology to make this process easier. There are so many tools out there for collaborating, storing information, accessing knowledge from anywhere.
So for our listener, that might mean exploring different project management platforms, cloud storage solutions, even internal communication tools that help facilitate that knowledge sharing.
And don't underestimate the power of informal knowledge sharing.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes those water cooler conversations or mentoring relationships
Yeah.
can lead to the most valuable insights.
It's about being open to learning from everyone.
Right, and recognizing that knowledge can come from anywhere.
Now, the source also highlights the importance of measuring the impact
Okay,
of your knowledge management initiatives.
you got to know if it's working.
You do. It's not enough to just collect and share information.
No.
You need to know if it's making a difference.
So how do you measure that?
Yeah, what are some things that our listener can track?
Well, you can look at employee engagement. Are people actually participating? Are they using the tools and resources?
You could even track things like how often people are accessing those shared documents.
Or contributing to those internal knowledge bases?
Another important metric is innovation.
Are you seeing new ideas being generated, implemented as a result of this knowledge sharing?
So if you're noticing more creative problem solving, new products emerging,
That's a good sign
that's a good sign.
that your knowledge management strategy is working.
And of course, you can't forget about business outcomes.
The bottom line.
Is it helping to improve efficiency, reduce costs, increase revenue?
Knowledge management should be contributing to the success of the organization.
It's about connecting those dots between knowledge sharing and tangible results.
Exactly. Now, the source also dives into some of the challenges of knowledge management, and one of the biggest hurdles is resistance to change.
People can be creatures of habit.
They can. They like their routines.
And another challenge is making sure that knowledge is actually being used.
Right, not just collected and filed away.
It's like, what's the point of having a library full of books
If nobody's reading them,
if nobody's reading them?
knowledge has to be applied to be valuable.
So for our listener, that might mean finding creative ways to engage employees, making information easily accessible, and creating a culture where learning is valued.
Where it's rewarded, celebrated.
Exactly.
It's about making knowledge management a part of the DNA of the organization.
Okay, so now I want to touch on a related concept that I found really interesting. Intellectual capital.
Intellectual capital, okay?
So this is like the intangible value that comes from knowledge, skills, and experience.
The collective brain power.
The collective brain power of an organization.
Exactly. And there are three main types.
Okay.
Human capital,
Okay.
structural capital, and relational capital.
Okay, so human capital is, I'm guessing, the knowledge and skills of the people.
Of the people, the employees, the team.
What about structural capital?
So structural capital refers to the systems, the processes, the technologies
Okay.
that support knowledge creation and sharing.
So things like databases, the company intranet, even the organizational structure itself
All of that, yep.
could be considered structural capital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you've got relational capital,
Which is
all about the relationships an organization has
Okay.
with its customers, its suppliers, its partners,
Mm-hmm.
all those stakeholders.
And those relationships can be a really valuable source of knowledge and insights.
They can. It's about leveraging those
Let's
connections
stay ahead of the curve.
to adapt, to innovate.
So managing intellectual capital effectively is crucial for any organization.
Especially in today's knowledge-based economy.
It is. It's recognizing that knowledge is a valuable asset
It needs to be protected, nurtured.
and leveraged strategically.
Now that brings us to another important topic. Knowledge creation.
Okay. Knowledge creation.
This is the process of actually generating new knowledge, new insights, whether it's through research, experimentation, collaboration.
So it's not just about managing what we already know.
It's about pushing the boundaries.
Coming up with new ideas.
Exactly. And there are a few things that can really foster knowledge creation.
Right.
A culture of innovation.
Okay.
Strong leadership support, access to resources and expertise.
So for our listener, that might mean creating opportunities for brainstorming,
Yes.
collaboration, encouraging people to experiment, take risks.
Provide training, development programs.
And once you've got that new knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
you got to share it.
Got to spread the wealth.
You do. That's where knowledge sharing comes in.
Making that knowledge accessible to the people who need it.
And there are so many ways to do that, right?
So many ways. Workshops, online forums, mentoring, even just casual conversations.
Yeah.
The key is to find what works best for your organization,
For your culture.
for your team.
Now, I want to touch on a specific type of knowledge that I think is fascinating. Tacit knowledge.
Tacit knowledge, the tricky one.
It is, because it's that unspoken, intuitive knowledge.
The stuff you know, but you can't really explain.
It comes from experience.
From years on the job.
From expertise.
It's hard to write down, hard to codify.
It is. Think of it like the knowledge a master chef has.
Yes. They can't put it all in a cookbook.
Or a seasoned salesperson.
They just know how to read a room,
They do.
how to close a deal.
And that tacit knowledge is often shared through things like storytelling,
Mentoring.
those hands-on
You know,
experiences.
So for our listener, it might be helpful to think about
Mm-hmm.
how they can capture and share their own tacit knowledge and how they can learn from the tacit knowledge of others.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered a lot in this segment.
We have. It's been a knowledge feast.
From Indian ethos and knowledge management.
Intellectual capital, tacit knowledge.
It really highlights just how critical knowledge is in the workplace.
It does.
But before we wrap up,
Mm-hmm.
there's one more important concept we need to discuss.
Hit me with it.
The learning organization.
The Holy Grail.
It is, right?
This is where everything comes together.
So this is an organization that is constantly adapting, evolving, improving.
By embracing a culture of continuous learning.
So it's not just about individual learning.
It's about baking it into the DNA of the organization.
It's about the whole organization learning and growing.
Exactly.
So in a learning organization, knowledge is shared freely,
Mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth.
and everyone is encouraged to experiment.
To innovate, to push the boundaries.
It sounds like a great place to work.
It can be, but it takes effort.
It does.
Commitment from leadership.
So for our listener, if you're in a leadership role,
Mm.
think about how you can foster a culture of learning.
In your own team, in your department,
And if you're not in a leadership role,
you can still be proactive.
you can.
Yeah.
You can seek out new knowledge,
Share your own insights.
embrace those opportunities for growth.
Learning is a lifelong journey.
It is.
We all have a role to play.
In creating a more knowledgeable and innovative workplace.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, I think that's a great place to pause for now.
Okay.
We've covered so much ground in this segment,
It's been a whirlwind.
but there's still more to explore.
Oh yeah, we're not done yet.
In the final part of our deep dive, we'll delve into some practical implications of these concepts.
The rubber meets the road.
It does.
We'll see how you can apply them to your own career journey.
Stay tuned for the exciting conclusion of our deep dive into recent trends in OB.
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the final part of your deep dive. You know, it's striking how interconnected all these concepts are as we've been exploring them.
Yeah, for sure.
It's like stress, culture, knowledge management. They all fit together.
They really do. It's like pieces of the same puzzle.
And you can really see how they play out in the real world.
Absolutely.
Like when we were talking about stress being subjective,
Mhm.
that means you have more power than you realize to manage it.
It's not just about the situation itself.
Right.
It's about your mindset.
So instead of feeling like a victim,
Mm-hmm.
you can shift your perspective
Yeah.
and find ways to regain that sense of control.
And there are tools for that.
There are.
Yeah, like mindfulness,
Okay.
resilience training,
Mm-hmm.
cognitive reframing. These can help you change how you react to stress.
So it's not about pretending stress doesn't exist?
No, it's about having healthy coping mechanisms.
So for our listener, that might mean trying different stress management techniques.
Finding what works for you.
Exactly. And managing stress isn't just an individual effort.
Right, the workplace plays a huge role.
It does.
That's where organizational culture comes in.
So if you're in a company that values well-being,
Mm-hmm.
offers flexible work arrangements,
Supports its employees.
that's going to make a big difference in how you experience stress.
It's about finding a workplace where you can thrive, not just survive.
Exact.
And that actually ties back to knowledge management.
It does.
Yeah, because when knowledge flows freely,
Okay.
it can reduce stress
It can.
by empowering employees.
How so?
Well, think about it. When you have the information you need,
Okay.
you understand your role,
Mm-hmm.
you're confident in your abilities.
You're not going to be as stressed.
Exactly.
Hmm.
You're less likely to feel overwhelmed.
So knowledge management isn't just about efficiency and productivity.
It's also about well-being.
creating a more positive environment,
Absolutely.
which then leads to more innovation, more creativity.
It's like a ripple effect.
It is.
Knowledge reduces stress, empowers employees, Better outcomes for everyone.
A virtuous cycle.
I like that. A virtuous cycle.
Okay, so now I want to shift gears a bit and talk about how our listener can take ownership of their own career journey.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
It is. We've given you a lot of information in this deep dive,
We have.
but the real value comes from applying it.
Making it your own.
So as you think about your own career path,
Mm-hmm.
what are your values?
What are your priorities?
What kind of work environment do you thrive in?
What skills do you need to develop?
And don't be afraid to be proactive.
Seek out mentors.
Yeah.
Join professional organizations.
Take advantage of learning opportunities.
Network. Expand your knowledge.
The more you invest in yourself,
The more successful you'll be.
it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Mm.
There will be challenges along the way,
There will be, but...
but you can overcome them.
And remember, the world of work is constantly changing.
Always evolving.
So stay curious.
Keep learning. Keep growing.
This deep dive has given you a framework
A starting point.
for understanding stress, culture, and knowledge management.
But the real work starts now. It's about taking what you've learned and putting it into action.
So as you move forward in your career,
Mm-hmm.
remember these insights.
Use them to create a more fulfilling work life.
Thanks for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
The pleasure was all mine. Thanks for having me.